Simply put, he's traumatized and heartbroken after Chicago police burst into his home and pointed a gun at him, and he's 9.
As 2 investigator Dave Savini reports, the raid should never have happened, and the family says they'll never be the same.
One guy said, "You better shut the F up, because if you know any better."
Peter was 9 when the trauma began. It was dinner time when Chicago police busted his front door, invading his family's home.
With guns?
Yes, all like assault rifles.
His little brother Jack by his side, shaking with fear.
They pointed a gun at your dad?
Yeah.
And your mom?
Yeah.
And then did they point a gun at your brother? What was it like when that gun was pointed at you?
It was like my life just flashed before my eyes.
Were they rude?
They were rude.
Were they rough?
They were rough.
Mom and Dad say cops screamed profanities at the family as they tore the house apart and ordered them all to the floor at gunpoint.
You never thought a police officer would do that?
No.
You promise that you'll tell the truth?
Yes.
Very good.
And the CBS 2 investigators obtained this video deposition of Daviana Simmons, who testified when Chicago cops raided her home too.
How many police do you remember seeing inside your house?
5.
She says they also drew their weapons.
Did the police point a gun at anybody else in your house that day?
They pointed a gun at me.
The Simmons family sued the city and received a $2.5 million settlement in June. Daviana was only 3 when the gun was drawn on her and suffers from PTSD.
There is zero priority put on officers avoiding the unnecessary use of force when kids are around.
Attorney Al Hofeld Jr. sued the city on behalf of Daviana's family and is now planning to sue for what happened to Peter Mendez and his family.
There was absolutely no need to point guns at children.
In fact, the federal government in the 2017 U.S. Department of Justice investigation into the Chicago Police Department said the CPD needs reform when it comes to its treatment of children and use of force.
To children that are scared, shaking, and screaming, there's no threat there.
Hester Mendez says the use of guns on her kids was excessive, and now they are also suffering from PTSD.
I can hear my baby screaming, "Don't shoot my dad, don't kill my dad, leave my dad alone. What did my dad do?"
Peter's dad, Gilbert Mendez, says his family did nothing wrong. And what's even worse, police had no right to even be there because they were raiding the wrong home. And now the Mendezes say police are trying to cover it up. The CBS 2 investigators found officers from the 11th district used a search warrant filled with mistakes. Even the judge's printed name as required by police order is missing. In fact, police tell CBS 2 they don't have their own copy of the warrant or any record the warrant exists. But Peter's mom has this one.
I think the Chicago Police Department needs to be held accountable. They came in and they tore our home up. They tore our lives upside down. And we've never been the same.
She says police refused to show her the warrant at first, but after an hour of searching, she caught a glimpse of it and saw the 2 people actually named in the warrant lived in a different unit in their apartment building.
Even after I told them that they were in the wrong place and the people live upstairs, they still continued to search.
She says they searched another 30 minutes after she informed them of the mistake for a total of an hour and a half in their home. All the while, the children were seeing their dad in handcuffs.
And there was absolutely no need to keep their father handcuffed in front of them after they knew they were in the wrong apartment.
How were they talking to your parents?
4 or 5 people said to my dad, "Get the F down, get the F down, we'll shoot you."
Peter Mendez says he will never forget the emotional pain he suffered that night in November of 2017.
Should a child ever have to go through that?
No, sir.
And when they left, did anyone say they were sorry?
No. I even tried to shake their hands. 2 of them just shrugged by.
How did it make you feel when the officers wouldn't even shake your hand?
I just felt that they're unpolite because, I was trying to be nice.
What are you thinking about right now?
Just the saddest moment.
They really hurt you that day. What did they make you feel?
It made me feel like the police weren't even what I thought they were.
Police say they still can't find any record of the warrant or post-warrant reports, which they are mandated to complete. But we confirm there is a separate record at the state's attorney's office that includes the signature of a police lieutenant who signed off on it. In a statement, the CPD said, "We take these allegations very seriously. We strongly urge the family to contact the Bureau of Internal Affairs, COPA, or the Inspector General's office." Brave young man going through a hard time, the entire family. Very difficult
Heartbreaking.
interview.
So the federal government has already suggested that they change the way they deal with children. Are they taking any steps to do that?
There's no sign of that yet. They've started doing things for people that are suffering mental illness, breakdowns, for crisis intervention, but nothing on the books for kids yet. They plan to file a lawsuit tomorrow.
So it was either sloppy or there's a cover-up because they don't have that warrant that the state's attorney has and that
I got it.
the mom had.
We have it. Why doesn't the police have it?
Yeah.
Why don't they have
Fair
it? And why
question.
haven't they turned it over?
Right. Okay. Thank you, Dave.
The major football